Ja, hallo und herzlich willkommen zum INNO-TALK. Ich bin Ewa Ming, Gastgeberin von Innovation World, und ich freue mich sehr, ganz viele spannende Persönlichkeiten, die ihre strategischen Geheimnisse und Innovationsrezepte bei uns verraten. Und ein Herr, den ich bei uns jetzt begrüße, ist der Johan Franzén. Hallo
Hello.
Johan.
Hello, Eva. How are you?
Thank you, fine.
Yeah.
Johan is an entrepreneur, really from the bottom of your heart. You are CEO from Entnest and the founder, and you have a long proven track with Procter and Gamble. You have a business administration degree, and all of a sudden, you as a Swede living in Geneva had the idea to start with Entnest. And what's Entnest? Entnest is a digital platform, a new platform, and a new way, I think, of thinking and having people, entrepreneurs together. And I'm so curious to know more about. And yeah, hello, first to Geneva. How are you
Excellent.
doing? And share
Yes.
us your idea. How did you start?
Yes, excellent. So thank you first for the invitation, Eva. It's always great to speak with you, and I think this will be very, very interesting for you and your audience. So Entnest, yeah, I left Procter and Gamble after 20 years and wanted to start as an entrepreneur, but I really found that I had a lot of issues, like every other entrepreneur. That was my aha moment, and it's really the reason for why I created Entnest. So Ent is short for entrepreneurs, and Nest is like the home of entrepreneurs. It's basically a social media, and I think we all realize that social media is here to stay, but it's not really working the way that we want it to. So I figured that we need to have a higher ethics, values and principles social media for the entrepreneurship ecosystem, based on trust, invitation only, accountability and real value sharing. We are giving back at least 51% of our profit into the Entnest community. So it's really a platform where we have a chance of connecting on the human level across the different silos that are already out there. And the intent is to create a more prosperous and sustainable world for all of us through the grassroots action heroes, which are the entrepreneurs today, right? We need to create the future that we want, and that's really what it is about right now, especially under the current circumstances out there in the world.
Very exciting. I mean, you're not the first one doing a platform, so I'm really curious, what are the differences? And I mean, I see the tree, you talked about values. Yeah, what's really your idea behind? Yes, you said you share the profit. I mean, this is a part you have.
Yeah, I mean, I see this as my legacy project, right? So I really want to do something which is good for the world in a different way than the current almost absurd capitalistic behaviors of some of the big organizations and so on. Of course, money makes the world go round, sure, but I think it's more about profit for a purpose. And the Entnest purpose is really creating a better opportunity for all the people, the entrepreneurs all over the world. So no matter gender, nationality, or field, or how far you've come, or anything like that, it's a way of connecting with trusted people. You can only get inside by an invitation, which is pretty unusual to maintain that. Of course, Facebook was by invitation. You had to be at Harvard in the beginning and so on. But afterwards they opened up, and now they have millions of fake profiles, and it's not exactly helping anybody that you can't really trust on who says what. So Entnest, we're really targeting zero fake profiles, and really you can always see who has invited who. Once you're invited, everybody can see who invited you, and you can invite whoever you want. However, the caveat is that you are going to be accountable for the people that you bring in. So if they take bad actions, it might get them excluded, but it also might get you excluded if they take really bad actions, right? So it's a sort of self-sustainable, trusted environment in there. And it's turning out really very interesting and good. We have community elements like Facebook and LinkedIn. We have event elements. We have marketplace elements. We have a loyalty system. We have space booking. We have video capability. We could actually have done this video through Entnest even. So yeah, it's a trial of creating sort of a Swiss Army knife, if you will, then with different tools depending on who you are and what you want to achieve. So
I like that. A Swiss Army knife of a social media platform.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's kind of a new ecosystem. I think innovation is a big motivation for you.
Yes.
What's for you innovation?
Well, innovation is anything new, and there can be so much new stuff. I think an even bigger word for me is even impact innovation, and the word impact we have even broken down. So each of the letters in the word impact represents something. So I in our vocabulary stands for insights. You have to have some insights in order to be able to innovate and come up with some new ideas, right? So that's I. M. We have to have mentors around. It's not only in schools when we need the teachers, right? Even Roger Federer, I'm sure, has a mentor for his smash or volley or whatever, right? We should really make a habit of having people around us that is helping us along the way, right? So that's I, M, P, passion. You have to have passion. If you don't have passion, nothing is going to happen. So I'm a pretty passionate guy, I think, and I'm really wanting to make sure that we all have better opportunities there. A is for action. If we don't take action, we can talk all day long and nothing will happen if we don't take action, right? So action is a key contributor to making anything progress, right? C, connections. We have to surround us with the right people. I mean, no matter how good you are not going to be an expert on or even good at everything, and you won't even have time to do everything. So you have to surround yourself with the right people. So connections is critical. And the last letter, T, is for tools. So Entnest has a whole a whole toolbox full of different tools depending on who you are and what you do, what you want to achieve, how far you've come, and so on. So and it's all about innovation, right? Even the big guys, the multinationals and so on, they are quite keen on innovating and creating new elements in their business plans and so on there. And otherwise, if you don't innovate, you're going to be forgotten soon, right?
Absolutely. You have members from all over the world, more than 50 countries.
Correct.
And what do you feel, let's say, in common, or why are they joining Entnest? Is it a typical different manager you are attracting because they have to really be trustful? And what's your vision?
Well, the vision, I mean, we have 3 different types of members inside of Entnest. The first, everybody joins as a person, as a private person. No matter if you're the CEO of a big organization or whatever, everybody starts with a private profile. And then on top of that, so that's for the aspiring entrepreneur, basically. It can be a student or it can be somebody with a regular day job, but thinking about an innovation that they might want to earn or an idea. Yes?
That's for free?
That's for free. Yes, everybody joins for free as a private person. You can then, if you want, you can upgrade that profile to a plus profile, which has even further benefits. And we think fair play is fair pay. So the subscription for you as a private person is 35 Swiss francs for 12 months. It's not even a beer and a pizza in Geneva. So I think that's a very symbolic amount, and it will give you a lot of extra value and so on there. So I think it's a much more fair model than sort of free, which isn't really free. And the second profile type then is you as a venture. So you can add a venture profile, and that's going to be an investment in you of 99 Swiss francs for 12 months, right? So again, it's extremely low investment and very high return on that profile there. And the third type of profiles is then supporter profiles. That's the umbrella word, supporter profile. But underneath there, There are partner profiles like a co-working space or accelerators, incubators, and so on, even like a talent network like Innovation World, which I'm very pleased that we're doing now a collaboration and partnership and so on here. But there can also be sponsors like multinationals or educational institutes, or all kinds of different types of supporters in there. So, and the typical, I would say, since everybody starts with a private profile, the private profile is the biggest at this point in time in terms of numbers. So about 70% of the profiles inside of Entnest are the personal profiles. But then it's also, of course, it's spread between people representing a support organization, ventures, and then the different types of supporter organizations. So,
huge benefits for the people, and of course, I also logged in and I have my profile now, and it's really amazing. So many really great people. It's in English, most of the language.
well,
I saw you also changing to other languages, so let's go.
we do. We
German.
do. Yes. So I'm looking forward to getting German in there. It's not at this point, unfortunately. I'm based in Geneva, and so the French-speaking part of Switzerland is where we're starting. So we have introduced now French. I'm from Sweden, so we have also Swedish. And also we have introduced Dutch, which is the second country outside of Switzerland, which we're going to be focusing on. But you're absolutely right. We have people from more than 50 people and organizations from more than 50 countries already. And they are all sort of feeling that the current society is not really delivering the purpose and so on, the values that they want to see. So everybody is positively involved in changing society and creating their own future. So it's much easier to really make the connections between people across the different silos than in, I think, I would say than much more easy to connect through Entnest than through most other social networks, actually all other networks that I'm aware of at this point.
You said something I also like a lot, this thinking across silos.
Yes.
You as an entrepreneur coming from a big international company, you feel it's a change going on in the spirit of entrepreneurs, in the thinking?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's very dangerous, I think, the path even before the coronavirus, where we really saw the big organizations only looking at the bottom line and not really considering their employees even, or society as a whole. So it's, I think people were not too happy about the way that the world was going even before the coronavirus, frankly. And I think the coronavirus, of course, now has led to even more change being needed, and also driven to faster implementation. And I think really with social distancing and everything, I think Entnest has a big role and opportunity to be part of the entrepreneurship wave that is coming. And I think also a rising tide lifts all the boats. That's a nice sentence. I think it was JFK who said it first, but a long time ago. But it's really the case. We have to support each other. We don't need more walls.
Co-working and creating a new ecosystem. And I think it's so important that in the time now, in Corona, after Corona, there will be so many people, CEOs.
Yes.
They are really struggling, and what's the nicest thing? It's giving and helping, and then you receive. And I think Entnest has this spirit of co-working. What's for our audience? We are also a network, innovation network. What's in? How we can work together? What can we say to our listener?
Well, I'm really pleased that we have already started, and this video is an excellent example then where we're sharing mutual value and so on. But so Entnest is based on invitation. You have, of course, both your personal profile like everybody, but we have also already set up the Innovation World profile, and I think below this video later on, you will also post the invitation link from Innovation World. And through that, people can come in. They will be automatically linked to Innovation World, but where you then can have your group and you decide who you let into that group, but if you want to have private discussions. But you have access to all the other trusted people also inside of Entnest. And it's really opening up beautiful opportunities. We're seeing it. I mean, one of the biggest guys in terms of invitation is a guy in Burundi in Africa. And he has invited like 150 people, very top level people from all over the world. And new connections are happening minute by minute right now. And it's amazing to see, frankly, how it's developing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. As you said,
Yeah.
value and trust, and as you say, the fake profiles, fake news everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so sick. You don't know to whom you trust is behind
exactly.
the
Exactly.
picture,
So
a man or a woman, or just
Exactly. How can you know if you can trust that person? I mean, we have to get back to a situation where we take accountability for our actions. I mean, everybody is anonymous in the major networks. Okay, they show a profile picture, but you have really no clue who's behind it. And that's a big weakness, I think. I think we need to be able to trust on who says what and so on. And that's really what you can see and feel in Entnest.
So this is a big USP
I think so.
that really you see the track behind who invited. So it's another, I think, working together.
Yeah. Another great saying, I like some small, like a rising tide lifts all the boats. I think that's a great one. But another one is also shared success is double the success, whereas shared burden is half the burden. So it's again, it's creating the opportunity of having the right people around. And if you struggle with something, if you can share that and try and find a solution for it, it's going to be half the burden to get to that. But if you succeed, I mean, you can all rally around and party for the success and so on there, right? And it will be so much more fun when you do something together with others.
This is really nice. As you said, it's we have to think just more in common, holistic way. And of course, we're sometimes in our silo. In German, we have the hamster. In the hamster.
Exactly, in the wheel. Yeah, exactly. It's time to get out.
Jump out. And of course, there also a lot of failure can happen. Up and downs. The tide goes up and down. And it's really great to hear that you, as an entrepreneur in Switzerland, in Geneva, you found Entnest, and I hope I can share this message to everybody which is in the same thinking, and we can create an ecosystem which is really on high level, on trusted people, and we can, at the end, you said, we go for a better world. That would be really nice.
And there are so many people out there. The problem is that we are all individuals and not really well connected on the grassroots level. But that's what the intent is of Entnest, really making the connections on the grassroots level, and see what Greta Thunberg achieved for the environment before the corona and so on. One little girl who rallied the troops for the whole world, right? And that's great for the environment. We need to do the same thing for the entrepreneurship ecosystem. Entrepreneurship is the future of work. We are not going to be able to trust and rely on the big multinationals hiring the future generations, right? We're not going to be able to trust on the governments hiring all the people. We're going to have to rely and trust on our own capability and us working together to create a more prosperous and sustainable world for all of us. So entrepreneurs are the action heroes of today, I think, and they need more support. And they are putting their passion into what they do, and they deserve, I think, some more recognition and support for trying to create the future of work.
Wow, this was really a nice plaidoyer for entrepreneurs, forward thinkers, and game changer. The time is running, so I have to thank you so much. And as switch back to Swiss German. Johan, it's a great pleasure meeting you and being in your ecosystem too. Und jetzt vielen Dank fürs Zuhören bei Innovation World, unserem INNO-TALK. Wenn es Ihnen gefallen hat, dann liken Sie und sharen Sie und teilen Sie das. Treten Sie Entnest bei. Sie finden den Link dann eingeblendet und ja, weitere folgen. Und ich freue mich, wenn Sie bei uns auch Mitglied werden für weitere so spannende Talks und Begegnungen. Nochmal vielen Dank und tschüss miteinander. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ewa.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.